All right, guys, so I just wanted to share this quick video on how you can actually organize your computer to be more, or just to kind of work through Bio 260 a little faster and more efficient, and be really organized, because that's really important. Most of you, according to how I've taught the class, it seems like most of you, when you save materials, you just save them to your downloads folder, and then you go and find them in your downloads folder. So we're going to try to avoid that. So this is a video. If you have a PC, you're gonna kind of follow these steps to help you help keep yourself organized. So for starters, I kind of like to put the things that I use a lot on my desktop for easy access. So I open up Google Chrome a lot. You can also put them on your taskbar down here to kind of free up some space here. That's acceptable as well. But then I also like to have the folders that I access pretty frequently on my desktop. And I highly suggest creating a folder yourself for maybe all of your classes that you're taking. So for example, I teach 3 different biology classes, so I like to have 3 different folders for all of those biology classes, pretty accessible on my desktop. So I've created all those folders for those classes. Now, you could even kind of consolidate that by creating a folder that is like a TA folder or something, and then I put all of those folders within the TA folder. So that's kind of up to you and how organized you like to be and how clean you like your desktop to be. I just like to have my folders accessible right then and there. I don't like to click too much. So let's say that you want to create a folder for your Bio 260. So what I want you guys to do, if you have a PC, all you have to do is right-click on your desktop and then go to New and then Folder. And then there's your new folder. So if I want to call this Bio, or I'll just do Biostats or something like that, or Bio 260. So name it something specific to this course, and then you're going to press Enter. And then you can actually move this anywhere you want. So say that you actually want to put this into, maybe you do have a folder called Classes. So I have a folder called Classes. These are all of the classes that I've taken at CSULB. So maybe I want that folder to go into Classes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click and drag it into my Classes folder. And there it goes. So then when I open up my Classes folder, there's my Bio 260, or sorry, Biostats folder. And then this is where you want to save everything, right? So I'm going to exit that out. So for example, the next thing you want to do for your organization is once you have your Bio 260 folder open, you likely want to create more folders within your Bio 260 folder that pertains to each week. So for example, I have things organized by chapter. So in that chapter, I'll have the PowerPoints that I use for each of those semesters that I've taught, and the Excel sheet that I like to use. But I also have other things like summer 2020 or Biostats Online, right? So create folders maybe for each week or each chapter, however you prefer to do it, so that it's super organized and you can find all of your files quickly. Even if you want to have your assignments in different folders, that's okay as well. And the way that you create a new folder within your Biostats folder is you can actually just click New Folder up here, and then a new folder will show up. You rename it, whatever you want to rename it. Or you can use that method that I showed you before, where you can create a new folder on your desktop and drag it into your Biostats folder or your classes folder or whatever. So that's what I suggest, or that's how I suggest kind of saving your folders, or saving your, or just, I guess, organizing your folders, right? The next thing that I want to go over is how to save files. So let's say that I want to save a file to my new Biostats folder that I created. So I'm going to open up just a plain Excel sheet. Once my computer decides to actually work. Okay, so we'll just open up a plain Excel sheet. So let's say that you download an Excel sheet. If you download an Excel sheet or just download anything from the course, it will show up like basically, so a lot of you will actually just go to your downloads folder, and then you'll try to find everything within your downloads folder. Mine's working a little bit slow now. So these are all these things that my computer has downloaded. So, you know, whenever you download something from Beachboard, this is the folder it's going to go in automatically, but we want to save them to a different folder. So typically stuff is in my downloads folder, I don't really usually save. I'll save it somewhere else, right? Okay, so let's say that we opened up an Excel sheet and we want to save this, right? So let's say we downloaded this. Automatically, this would go into your downloads folder, and if you're unorganized, you would try to find everything in your downloads folder. We're not going to do that. So once you open up any file that you want to save, you're going to go to File, Save As, and then you're going to name it something. You're not going to click Downloads, right? We're not going to save it to Downloads. You're going to click Browse to find the folder you want to save this to. And if your computer is as slow as mine, it will take this long. All right, and then what you want to do is find that biostats folder that you created. So I'm going to go to Desktop. Just going to go through the kind of file process here. So it was Desktop, Classes, and then Biostats. And then I'm going to name it something, and I'm going to click Save. So if I just name it Book 1, I'm going to click Save. And then I'm going to, if I exit out of this, then I go to my classes folder, my biostats folder, and there it is. And I can click on it and it'll open it up. So that's kind of how I want you guys to save all of your files. Make sure you are organized and create folders for each week or each chapter or each document, however you want to do it. But just make sure that when you're downloading all of the files, you're automatically, like the first thing you do is save them to your biostats folder. And I will kind of say that over and over again in each course, is that, you know, save this file to your biostats folder first. So that is all I have for you in terms of file organization. So please, please, please take those steps. It's super simple. We want to stay organized. And it's also really good for you guys to actually keep all of your stats materials that you use, because you likely will use it again. So it's good to have that folder where you know where everything is and you can reference everything you need. All right, that's all I've got for you.